Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. How's it going today? So I have something special planned. I'm kind of excited about this. I have not looked at the questions yet. We did a call out to the Spirit Circle, which is our membership, and asked if they had any questions about Christmas. And so we have 18 questions, and I don't know, some might be controversial. I don't have any idea. I guess I could glance. I have a feeling someone's gonna ask, or at least I want to know, was Jesus really born on December 25th? Anyways, so let's just see. If you are new here and you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about, I actually speak with my spirit guides, my spirit team through these dowsing rods, so they will answer my questions. That's Lucy. I think I just put that pillow there because I thought, oh, it's kind of festive for the video. So she's checking it out. Anyways, if you are new here, I'm not going to go into too much detail. In the channel, we have a playlist called Start Here, and that would give you a really good foundation of what's going on here. Okay. So if you haven't subscribed, that would be amazing if you did. And if you could like this video and share it if you think somebody would enjoy it, that'd be awesome too. So, all right, are you ready? I'm going to push you back and then we'll get started. Okay, do this so you can see the video. So here is no and here is yes. So you can kind of follow along. If you're walking around your house doing chores or wrapping Christmas presents or whatever you're doing, then I will say yes or no out loud so that you don't have to be watching. Okay, so I'm going to say a little prayer first. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Hey, you guys. Talking to my spirit guides. I don't think I've talked to them today. Usually I ask how they're doing at least the first time. It's kind of rude not to, right? Do you guys think it's rude? I know I've asked this before, so no, they said it's not rude. So this is how they say hello, basically, is the right side. You're going to notice, and it's just a little reminder, that you might see both, it looks like both are moving. When the energy, yeah, okay, they're saying yes. When the energy is a lot, it will make the other one move a little bit. They're kind of demonstrating that for you. And so I think you guys try your best, right, to keep that other one not swinging. All right, thank you. I can feel the energy though. And so if you want to, if you can trust me that I can feel which energy, like right now, they're kind of saying yes and no, right? If they do that, then I know that either something's not up with the question that I asked. Usually can you guys show what you do if you don't want to answer the question? Usually that's what they do if they don't want to answer the question, is they just kind of stop. Okay. And yeah, so I think that's it. It might look like I was going to say, it might look like the no is moving much more than it really is, just because for some reason this angle at the end looks like it's really moving. So, and if you want to put down what you're doing for Christmas this year, whenever you watch this video, it might be 2025 Christmas when you're watching it. It doesn't really matter. What are you doing? What are you doing for Christmas? Or do you even celebrate Christmas? We were going to do a Hanukkah as well, but it didn't look like the Spirit Circle had too many questions about Hanukkah. So if you have questions about Hanukkah, then feel free to put them in the comments and we'll capture those. And at some point when we have enough questions, we'll ask, those questions and any other religious holiday if you're interested. Okay. All right. We just have to get enough questions for us to do that specific topic. Okay, so we have 18 questions and let me adjust here. All right, let's get started. Number 1, many religions and cultures have celebrations at this time of year in which lights play an important role. Is there something innate in humans to want to create light during the darkest part of year? Yes. And keeping in mind, this isn't the darkest part of year for everybody, right? So just in the northern hemisphere. So the answer is yes. Or on a spiritual level, to stay in the light. Okay, really wide swing on that one. Okay, so does it have to do with our physical and spiritual? Okay, yes. So the physical body has a hard time, would you say, for most people if we're in the dark too long? Yes. And the spiritual also, if we're in the dark too long? Yes, the answer is yes. And I want to take, so obviously you notice that I will expand on things as questions come up. So I think when I get a question in my head, it tells me there's clarification that they want to make. Okay. Or it's me too, Karen's ego wanting to know, just my intellect wanting to know. Okay. Is a person who stays in the dark too long, does that have ramifications on mental health? Okay, so yes, so the light is really quite important at any time. Yes. Number 2, at this time of year, is the energy of peace stronger on the earth than during other seasons? They're trying to answer. They're like, we're hitting your other one. Yes, very cool. All right, number 3, according to the Bible, Mary was visited by an angel to tell her she was pregnant with Jesus. Was this actually an angel? No. If no, okay, so that's interesting. So this person who asked this anticipated the if no. If no, did this actually occur as we know it to be? No. Okay. So, this might be hard for some people. So, trigger warning. Just to, because it does, the idea here on this channel is to not just take everything at face value, but if some answers, never take anything at face value. Anything anybody's telling you, whether it be your partner, your parent, whatever, if it feels good to you, then that's something I want you to follow. So if there's a response here that feels good to you and you're like, oh, that's interesting, and it doesn't trigger you, then that's something for you to follow. That's your intuition saying, okay, that's an okay message for me to have right now. If something triggers you and it's not something at this time to follow. Okay. So I'll have to, this is not what this is for. We can do a coffee with Karen about this, to expand on this, but triggers can be other things too, but it's just what I'm doing here is facilitating how to follow our intuition and not just take everything at face value. Okay. So that's interesting. So some of the history might be, so is the history of Jesus's birth different than what it currently, wide swing. So it's different than what is currently represented in the Bible? Yes. Okay. All right. Is the manger story of Jesus' birth as we know it today true? No. Number 5, was Jesus actually born in December as we know it today? I'd actually heard that before. No. So if no, was the time frame decided as a way to take over a pagan holiday? Oh, what? The answer is yes. I don't know anything about that. Interesting. Wouldn't be surprised. Not surprised. Oh, humans, we are just so silly, aren't we? So silly. Okay, that's a kind way to say it. Let's see. Did Jesus intend? Okay, number 6. Did Jesus intend for his teachings to become a religion that worshiped him? No. Number 7. And so, you guys, this might spark more questions, and I can do a follow-up Christmas video, part 2, tomorrow. Okay. So if this sparks other questions that I'm not, sometimes people love when I expand on it, and sometimes people get annoyed by that because of course I'm asking what I'm interested in. So I'm going to, try to give you a little relief in between. But so if you have additional questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comments now and in the future. If you watch this in February, it's okay. We'll wait until we'll put it as part 3 next year. Okay, let's see. So number 7, was Jesus married to Mary Magdalene? Oh, yes. Did they have children? Yes. So they had more than one child? Yes. Okay. I don't really know I know Mary Magdalene, but I don't know the children situation or what the story is behind that. Number 8, is the Gospel of Thomas, which was left out of the Bible by the Council of, is it Nicaea, the actual words of Jesus? Yes. Wide swing. Is that good? Is that good? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Is the Council of Thomas, which was left out of the Bible by the Council of, they know what I'm trying to say, Nicaea, the actual words of Jesus? Okay. Trust me, you guys, if I mispronounce something, they see. They know what's going on. They know what's on that question. Okay, number 9. Is the Christ consciousness pleased with the current state of the Christian religion in America? Okay, yes, and I'm going to do a follow-up to that. Does the Christ consciousness ever become unpleased with anything humans do? No, because that would be judgment, right? And I don't think there's judgment in heaven. Am I correct about that? Yes. Isn't that wonderful? I think what we judge and what we review when we have life reviews after we cross the veil or pass over, then is more, we have to evaluate our behavior. We look at our behavior, basically. Okay, they're saying yes. But there is no God judgment or, you're going to hell type of thing. That was a question for them. No. Okay. Isn't that nice to know? I've never believed in it. I've never believed in hell. So, some people might say, well, that's okay. So now they're answering with yes. They're like, yes, you have never believed in hell. And I think, it'd be interesting to see how many people, has that ever resonated with you? You know what I mean? So I'd be interested to see how many people that actually resonates with who find themselves on this channel. Now, some people are finding themselves here and sticking around for a while as really beginner explorations of this idea. But there's a lot of people who are here who have been in this kind of space. And so I wonder, for folks who have been in the spiritual space for a while, if hell has ever resonated with you, So, all right, let's see. Number 10, do spirit guides agree with this statement? The incarnation of Christ consciousness as Jesus of Nazareth was to demonstrate that being in our bodies is holy. No. If no, see, it's funny because you guys, there's 3 questions on here that had follow-ups, and all 3 said if no. Most of the time they say if yes. So you guys have, whoever wrote those, you have some kind of inclination that might have been the answer. So it's kind of interesting, right? So if no, because not all 3 of those questions, they did not have an if yes or an if no. They were always followed up with if no. So if no, was the purpose of Christ consciousness becoming incarnate in the human body for the purpose of the teaching of Christ? No. So the question is, if you could ask a whole bunch of questions about this, we could literally just do a video, not on Christmas, but on Christ, on Jesus. That would be really cool. Let's dive into that. Let's dive into that. That'd be fun. We can even invite, let me ask, can we invite the Christ consciousness, Jesus, to speak with us if we do a video? Yes. Would Jesus appreciate it if we did a video and answered questions? Yes. And so would Jesus be the one who would answer for us? Yes. So there you go. All right. Pretty cool. So let's do that. I like that one. I'd even do one on, and I don't want to ruin the mood here, but I would do one on like someone who, well, yeah, like even 45, but I was thinking more like in the past, like in 1939 to 40, that past. I would do one on that too, just because I think we have a lot to learn from that energy. So, and what was the purpose of that soul contract? Basically I'm talking about Hitler. So what was the purpose of that soul contract? So basically what you would be asking about Jesus or anybody was, what is the purpose of Jesus's soul contract? Coming down to earth. What was the purpose? So did Jesus have a very specific soul contract when he came to earth? Whoa, okay, all right. Yes, they're really slapping that one. Was it any different? I mean, it was a different soul contract, but was there a level? Are there levels of soul contracts? Meaning like some are more important than others? No. Okay. So his soul contract was just his soul contract, and it was to do different things than other soul contracts. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Number 11. I want to make sure I hit the whole number 10. All right, number 11. Does the Christmas hymn, O come all Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, point to the political state of Israel as we know it today? Whoa. Yes. I don't know. I have any idea how to interpret that. Hopefully that's not triggering anybody. I have no idea. If I thought it was triggering for someone because I understood it, I would do some clarification. So just so you know that. Okay. Number 12, I feel a deep love for Mary, the mother of Jesus. Does Mary pray on my behalf when I ask her to? Yes. I feel somewhat connected to her too. Okay. They're like, yes. But I don't really pray to Mary. So maybe that's an area that I could focus on. Yes, they're hitting the other one. Yes, yes. We could do a whole episode on Mother Mary. That would be cool. Let's do a whole episode on Mother Mary. Like ask questions about her. Okay, I'm getting quite excited. There's so many things we could do. All right, and keep our energy in this light, loving energy, right? As stuff goes on around the world, let's just have fun here. Number 12, we already read that one. Okay, that was about Mother Mary. Number 13, is meditation more powerful during Christmas because of the spiritual significance? No, which leads me to a question. Okay, so because, all right, so in heaven, I'll just say, or the other side, or across the veil, is Christmas, December 25th, actually of spiritual significance? They knew what I was going to ask already, so they heard it in my head, obviously. I was thinking it before I could say it out loud. So no. Okay. So the significance of this time of year is human created. Is that correct? Okay. But that doesn't, it's still it's still spiritually significant for humans. Is that correct? Yes. And is that a bad thing? No. And it's not because of what we discussed earlier. Remember, it's more peace on earth during this time. So it's kind of that renewal, was this date picked because of the winter solstice? Yes, but I thought you said it had to do with the pagan holiday. Yes. Okay, so there's multiple layers to this. Okay. Number 14. Is meditation a gift to God? No. Is that because God doesn't have expectations? Yes. Okay. So again, we can do an episode on God. Is anyone writing this down? We've got God, we've got Jesus, we can do Mary Magdalene, we've got Mary, Mother Mary. Who am I missing? I said Jesus, right? We have Hitler. That would be the opposite. And I think it's okay. I think it's okay to look at that. Now, other people might not listen to it, and that's okay. If it doesn't feel good, for me, it would feel good because it would bring understanding. Okay? We have soul contracts. We already have a bunch of soul contract questions I have, and it's on the list. I will ask, actually, I keep saying this, but we're going to be asking soon in the spirit circle for additional topics. And then we're going to prioritize them in the spirit circle so that you guys are the ones who are kind of, you get the priority type of thing, which is awesome. It's a perk of being in the spirit circle. And then, but we still answer questions from the public channel as well. So you just don't get to prioritize what we're going to be talking about next. And then prioritize, then we'll do like a priority of the different topics. So that's coming soon. My sister and I just talked about that today. Okay, let's see. Number 15. Will humans move away from the commercialization of Christmas, i.e. gift buying, in the coming decades? Yes. Will it be like 100%? No. Will it be a lot more people than it is now start moving away from that? Yes. My husband and I moved away from it a long time ago. Those stockings, actually we decided it just depends on my mood. Those stockings ain't getting filled this year. I'm not in the mood. Because I'm kind of on this I'm starting to think about the no buying 2025. No buy 2025 or whatever. I'm going to talk about that in Coffee with Karen tomorrow. Okay, I'm going. Number 16. Is it okay to avoid Christmas because we are grieving losses? Yes. Is it okay to avoid Christmas if you don't want to celebrate with the people that are celebrating Christmas? Yes, wide swing. And it doesn't mean that the grief one, so you guys didn't do a wide swing on the grieving one. So let me ask that question again. Is it okay to avoid Christmas because we are grieving losses? Yeah, so they're not doing quite of they're not doing quite of a wide swing. Is that because let's do questions on grief. I want to get into it because I'd go down a rabbit hole. So don't worry. They said yes. So don't worry that it just didn't have as much power. Okay, now okay. It could be that my hands were holding it weird, but all right. Number 17. So I'm sorry for your loss because I know how hard that is. I've been there. It's very hard. Number 17. Does giving our fur babies presents bring them pleasure? Ah, yes. Do they realize that it's a holiday? No. Do dogs get more pleasure in presents than cats? Yes, maybe unless it's food. I don't know that they think it's a present. I'm only saying that because I was at a friend's house the other day and her dog, we were playing like white elephant game, and her dog was opening the presents, and she says he does that all the time. Or she does it all the time. So I'm like, it was cute. It was really cute. Number 18. This is the final one. Oh, this is cute. Does Elf on a Shelf have any energy? Yes. See this? You guys are so intuitive because this one now has an if yes. All the other ones had an if no, and that's how they answered. So really interesting. You guys are very intuitive. So it does have an energy. If yes, is it a positive energy? Yeah, really wide swing. Does Elf on a Shelf help manifest joy? Yes. Does it open a portal? No. Is it primarily meant to keep children in line during the holidays? Yes. I was going to say to me, well, only because the house I was just at with the dog, they had an elf on a shelf. It was actually an elf on a blind. I don't know. They had it sitting on their blind in their kitchen. And his name was, what was his name? Basketball player. Lamar. His name was Lamar. It was adorable. So my friends are white, but their friend bought them a black elf on the shelf. And then for some reason, like the friend was like, oh, did you want me to return it? And she's like, heck no. So they named it Lamar. So cute. Anyways, but it's really used to help keep their son kind of, it's the naughty or nice list. So whether you have an agreement with that whole thing or not. So, all right. Well, there it is. Your first list of Christmas presents. Your first list of Christmas presents. Christmas questions. Okay, you'll know if you're right. I'm just going to start getting a little bit. I actually just started feeling like I needed a cup of coffee, so it's funny. All right, well, I hope this was enjoyable. And if I don't see you before the holidays, if you're celebrating the holidays, have a fantastic holiday. And hey, list questions down below. We're going to start. I'm going to now post some things in the Spirit Circle to get some of these questions going. So, because I think they'd be really interesting. All right. Have a great one. Bye-bye.